Welcome to another Declutter Friends. We're going into eyeshadow palettes today, some big, some small. A big shout out to a few people. Dana, one of our friends here, was nice enough to give away her makeup to me some months ago. She dropped it off at Equinox and I was like, oh, that's so kind. And in my first declutter, Jamie Loftus Singleton, when I presented one of my Hourglass powders, she was like, listen, I'll take it off your hands. And I didn't even think to even suggest that. Or I did, but I felt bad if I was pushing old makeup onto you guys and you would have been like, what are you doing? I don't want that. But apparently you guys did. Oh, wearing my new jewelry from Maya. You like this? So pretty. She made me these earrings. So thank you again, everyone, for chipping in on the shipping. I can't tell you how fun I'm having with this. It is a lot of work. Yes, I have to write names down and what you guys requested and get the address. But you know what? I kind of like doing that. But I had to change the light because I was a little too bright. I love doing that type of work. And for everyone that I reached out to, thank you for being responsive and just, you know, and it's a collaborative effort. So thank you to all who I reached out to and vice versa. Everything has been running smoothly. For this portion, I'm going to try to make sure I get everything out as fast as I can. I definitely always look to respond to your requests within 24 hours. And with that said, requests are taken through email. It'll be down below in the description box. I do not look at the comments for makeup requests, so just make sure you remember that, okay? Email just makes it better for me to track who emails me when first, because that's basically how I distribute everything. Whoever gets to me first with a specific request, and I'm saying specific, like, you know, something from Violet Voss, something from Anastasia, like, no, what is the palette that you want, that you're eyeing? And if you really don't care, and if things are left over, and if you're one of the first people to ask me to just send you whatever when everything has been claimed and taken into account, then I'll make it happen, yeah? Let's get into this declutter. Very good. Ooh, let's start with some small eyeshadow palettes first, shall we? I have the Balm Manizer Sister palette. This has both or all three, Mary, Cindy, and Betty. If you guys want it, let me know. Remember, email. Remember, this is styled by Rouge Tarte Face and Eye Palette. It has eyeshadows and this really nice blush. I feel like it's a nice coral pinky shade, so that I feel that will look nice on a number of skin tones. And then the eyeshadows are okay. I feel like they still have some punch. Eyeshadow is a little tricky, I feel, friends. So if you're okay with grabbing these products despite them being eye and I feel just have a different expiration date than face powders. I know they're all powders, but because they go near the eyes, I think it's a little tricky. And this smells kind of like chocolate. I don't know why. Maybe because there's something in there that smells like chocolate? Let me know if you want it. Sleek Makeup. I got this when I first saw it on Jaclyn Hill's channel and she was raving about it, like how blinding these highlighters were. And I would say they're pretty blinding. Definitely pretty blinding. They're really pretty. You have 2 powders and then 2 creams. So you could use the cream or no, this is a powder and just 1 cream, sorry. You can use the cream to kind of amplify the powders you have in here. So let me know if you want that Sleek Makeup Compact. Oh, look at this. We got a Smashbox eyeshadow palette. Ooh, it's the bold one. I forgot about this. You got the red. You got orange. What does this yellow look like? You got yellow. And then you have like this bluey type of transforming shade. Oh, that's fun. So friends, I'll give this away. Let me know if you want it because I forgot that I had it. So that needs to go then. Oh, we got quite a few of these. Oh, I got 2 of these. What's happening over there? This is the Becca Afterglow. Oh, I think this is broken. Hold on. Yep. Is broken, so I'm gonna put that away. Oh god, this one is not broken. And what do we have here? We have the shades Moonstone, Rose Gold Topaz, Wild Honey, and Flower Child. So you have the 3 highlighters and the blushes here. I am more than happy to give this away. Let me know if you want this Afterglow face palette. Oh, my Rouge Bunny Rouge. So I randomly bought this in a cosmetic store near where I live, and it's independently owned by these really nice women who curate whatever they have in their store. And I was really intrigued by this eyeshadow palette, and I actually did a really nice look using the shades. I don't know if you could see, but the pans are embossed with these little hummingbirds. Hi! And they're really beautiful shades. They're really smooth and they have nice shine. Look at that. So that's that color. We're looking at a nice navy type of gig, and this is the olive shade. Really smooth. They are all metallics, but I feel you can get away with buffing these into your skin, or I should say into your crease and lid. So it comes with this really handy dandy double-ended spongy brush. So let me know if you want this. I am gonna give it away. It's tough because I love this palette, but if I don't remember that I had it, then I guess I really didn't love it that much. You know what I mean? Oh, we have the Baked Browns palette from Dose of Colors. These are great eyeshadow palettes. I feel they're really travel friendly and easy to use. And this is your neutral layout of colors. You have your dark neutral brown, your red transition shade, and more of a pinky peach transition shade. Really smooth formula, I have to say. So that's one of the shades. Look at that. Really nice. And here is what the dark brown looks like. Look at that dark brown. It's a really nice color. So I'm going to give this away. If I want it again, I could always buy it again, but I just have to get rid of it because I feel like it's taking up so much space in my collection. The Jouer Essential Matte and Shimmer Palette. Look how you got like the cheetah print here on the compact. So this is what we're looking at. This was their first eyeshadow palette to ever release. And it's pretty basic, you know what I mean? You have your neutral shades and the base shades, the transition row, and these deep shades that you can use on your crease or even outer corner. So this is what we're looking at. Look at that shade. That's not too bad, man. So that'll make a really pretty lid color. I don't know if the mattes have much punch to them. I mean, this is pretty old, but I am willing to give this away, so if you want it, let me know. Email. And here is the other one they released for spring. So this is a different design. It has metallic gold spots on the top. And we got a little more fun of color story. I actually reviewed this palette on my channel maybe like 2 years ago. And we dipped into the purple shade. This is really nice. And you have like this matte brown, I think is pretty cool. This is more of like a neutral deep brown shade as opposed to the one we swatched from the other palette. I actually like this palette better because of the different tones that they have. Like they have more mauves and purples and plums in here. I feel you can have a lot of fun. You still have your brown transition shade and different ways you can create intensity without relying on just dark brown. So let me know if you want the Jouer. This one is called the Springtime in Paris Matte and Shimmer Eyeshadow Palette. Oh, what do we got here? We have Milani. So this is an eyeshadow palette that's, I actually thought this was quite nice. I got this at the drugstore. You have this really nice mauve toned transition shade that I feel is really fun to have when dealing with these purple shades. This is like a deeper plum matte shade. And then you got your like purple metallic shade. That's not too bad. I feel if you build this up with some setting spray, it could actually appear quite shiny on the lid. So let me know if you want that. Ooh, what's this? Oh, my Surratt eyeshadows. I customized this palette at Barney's. I got like a gift certificate and I like put all these shades together. I haven't used this in ages. Oh my god. So that's that color. You got the purple. I had to put the purple in there. Not bad with the purple. This is like a medium brown shade, and this is like a maroon type of shade. I mean, so Surratt shadows are beautiful and it has a mirror, but I forgot that I had this and I wanted to try them, and I felt because I had an opportunity to buy it with my birthday money, I thought I would give it a shot, but I don't use them. So let me know if you want that. Ooh, we have the Blushing Berries eyeshadow palette from Dose of Color. I have quite a bit of these. I think I have all of them, actually. This is a little more fun to me. This is more fun than the Browns palette because you got, like, really vibrant red here. Look at that. Oh, my God. That swatch is crazy. You got the purple. You got black in here, too. Ooh, look at that black. Shoot. These are nice, man. Oh my goodness. Is she changing her mind? I don't know. Is she changing her mind? Those are such beautiful swatches. Oh my gosh. You know what? Get rid of it, Alicia. You want it, let me know. Get rid of it. Stop keeping so much stuff. You could do it. This is good for you. Elf. Good old Elf. This was one of the first all matte eyeshadow palettes they released, the Matte for Matte 2. This sold out so quickly because people lost their minds over how pretty and just easy these shades were to use. I mean, yes, they're not Pat McGrath or Natasha Denona, but not too bad for drugstores. So if you want the Matte for Matte 2 from e.l.f., let me know. What do we have here? The Marvelous Mauves. I actually really love this palette as well. I love my mauves. These are a little cool tone though, so if you were looking for a warmer mauve, I'm not sure if you would like this color story, but this ain't bad. Like, look how soft these colors are. I feel really nice escape from the basic brown thing. So this is a really nice color story. I'm going to give this away as well. Let me know if you want the Marvelous Mauves. I think it's a really pretty palette and the shades are excellent, don't you think? Really love the Dose of Colors eyeshadow formula. NYX Cosmetics. Hello? Oh, I think this pan is supposed to be over there. Oops. You know, you got your blush shade, you got your bronze shade, and the highlighter that wanted to escape. Really soft shades. I mean, that blush is really, they're all pretty crumbly. I don't think these powders are that great because they're pretty old, but the NYX Sweet Cheeks palettes, we got lots of colors here. I remember when NYX first opened in NYC in the Union Square area, I went nuts and just bought everything. I'll never forget. And it was just like, Alicia, did you really have to buy all this NYX makeup? And I bought so much makeup and I rarely used it. So let me know if you want this Sweet Cheek palette. Oh, is this like a duplicate? No, it's not. Oh, I see. This one is a little more warm toned and this one has like, sorry about the light, more greens and purples. And this one looks like it's more intact. So we have this blush shade that I feel performed a lot better than the one in the first palette. And here is the bronze shade. How does that compare? They look pretty the same, don't you think? Maybe. No, I feel those are exactly the same. Or is that one a little more neutral if my eyes aren't playing tricks on me? Let's see how this purple looks. Not too bad. It doesn't have a lot of punch, but I feel like you could really build it up with some setting spray. I got the green in there. And I feel you could use this as a transition shade with any of the bold metallics in here if you wanted. Oh my gosh. Avant Pop. Look at this blue. What it do, blue? That's fun. We got that shade there. We got this chartreuse. Look at this chartreuse. That's chartreuse, man. Not too bad. I would want a little more color, but I feel that will look beautiful on the inner part of your eye. This is a fun palette. Let me know if you want to grab it. And then we have the Strobe of Genius palette. This all highlighters. So you got different tones in here. You have like more champagne, more bronzy, more rose gold, more yellow. I don't know what I was thinking. Well, you can't do that because your fingers are full of green. So let's see what that looks like. Not too bad. I think you could get really nice highlighter from here. You have tons of choices. So maybe if you're a working makeup artist, you could use this for different clients. All right, we're moving into slightly bigger eyeshadow palettes. Are you ready? The Kat Von D Pastel Goth. I think I only used this once for a video. I made it happen, but I felt like I really needed to build up the shades or else they would not show up on my skin. So let me know if you want Pastel Goth. More e.l.f., yeah? Oh, this is a cream contour palette. It doesn't smell weird, but I don't know. I don't know if you want that, but I'm going to give it away. If you don't care, then you can just let me know. So I am so stupid. I actually had this in an anti-haul. I said I was not going to buy the Just Peachy Mattes but I actually really loved this palette. It's just such a fun palette because you have a lot of tones in here that are not just warm browns, but with this like peachy coral shade I feel is really nice to have. And then you have like different tones of intense browns you can use if you want that to be more brown. This is like a little more red if you want it to be more red, and this is more warm brown if you wanted to go that route. So even though it's all matte, I really love the arrangement of color in here. But you know what, I'm gonna give it away, so that's to go. The Too Faced Chiseled to Perfection Cocoa Contour Palette. Ugh, I waited for this one because I felt this was for deeper skin tones. I mean, deeper skin tone. You have the medium mocha and the deep mocha. So these are definitely more neutral in tone. I mean, they're very light, but I feel you can build these up. And that is the Cocoa Glow, which is not really much glow at all. And here is the medium cocoa shade. That's, you barely see it on my skin tone. So if you're medium or medium to tan, maybe you can get some use out of this. Ooh, what's this? The Morphe and Kathleen Lights eyeshadow palette. Remember this freaking eyeshadow palette? Oh my god. I don't know if these were existing shades or she made up these shades. Oh my god. Now she's making everything with ColourPop. Isn't that wild? I'm definitely going to give this away because I rarely use this, and Morphe shadows are okay. I mean, everyone like can't stand Morphe because they're all over the place in everyone's butthole. The Anastasia Moonchild face palette. This is a lot of fun if you want to go more purple or more blue with your highlight. So that is a pretty like pink duochrome thing going on. Lucky Clover is like more green. Star is more like a lavender steel. Purple Horseshoe is more purple. And then Blue Moon is more like a silvery blue. This is gorgeous, without a doubt. And I bought it just to have it because I got FOMO and was like, I need to have all the Anastasia highlighter palettes. But I'm like, why though? Especially if I don't wear these shades often. So it's hard. You know what? I'm just gonna tell you right now, giving away my makeup is so hard because I love makeup, but at the same time, do I love it if it's just sitting in my drawer and not being used? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna give that away. Let me put it back in its sleeve. Off you go. Another one, we have Aurora, which is, I feel, more purple across the board. Oh, no, I lied. That was a total lie. These are, I feel, like a little more punchy. So Orion is like more of a blue duochrome. Luna, what we got is like a silvery light pink. Spectra is definitely more purple, which I think really great. I'm gonna give this away too because, again, why do you need it if you don't use it? If you wanted it, you would have been using it. You're gonna die. You're gonna die when you see this palette. The Jaclyn Hill Becca face freaking palette. There was something about this arrangement, although at the time I totally ignored it because I wanted it, but this arrangement bothers me. Like, why couldn't they have just put these here? Because I know they wanted to put, I know it's hard to see the logo on the corner, but you already have the freaking logo on the lid. Like, was it necessary to arrange the big pans in this way? So I believe some of these shades are exclusive to the palette. You have Champagne Pop, which was her first collaboration with Becca, that shade. Prosecco Pop, Rose Spritz Amaretto, and Pamplemousse. I think these are all her shades that she created for this palette. So that's like a warmish type of bronzy shade that I actually think really nice as a blush. This is a really nice glowy type of blush you could put all over your cheeks. And this is more like of a satin finish. So this has definitely more glow than the actual satiny type of blush. I believe this is Champagne Pop, the classic Champagne Pop, which, you know, everyone lost their minds over and I think was like the best-selling, hello, can you get into frame? The best-selling highlighter at the time. Prosecco Pop has a little more gold in it, so you know what, I'm giving this away. I know, how can I, is limited edition or whatever. Don't need it. The Desi and Katy Dose of Colors collab eyeshadow palette, the first round they released. These were tough to work with, I have to say, because ones you gotta apply wet and the others you didn't. I felt like there were so many disclaimers that I was just like, you know what, it's fine. I'm just not gonna use it. So I'm giving that away. And Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette. I forgot that I had this. They're magnetized, so you could pop these out with a spatula. You have different arrays of bronzers and types of contour shades. This is really amazing. I felt like if I was a working makeup artist, but I'm not. And I think the appeal at the time was that everyone needed a contour kit because that's what everyone was doing and owning at the time. I think this was customized. So I put these shades all together myself. So if you flip the pans, you'll see what the shade is. Because I wanted like a contour shade and then I want more something bronzy. But I'm going to give this away, so if you're into that type of thing, let me know. Tartelette in Bloom. Remember this freaking eyeshadow palette? Oh my god. Not too bad. I mean, I probably used this a handful of times. It's so more neutral than how I remember it, yeah? Because I felt initially, compared to the first eyeshadow palette they released, that first one was more neutral or more cool tone, but not too bad. I feel like these shadows still have some punch to them, so let me know if you want In Bloom. The Meet Matrimony, the Bomb eyeshadow palette. Such big pans of eyeshadow. I really love this eyeshadow palette. I love plums and maroons, and you still got the dark brown in there. Really nice transition shades here as well. So oh my god, I'm running out of arm space. This is the dark brown shade, not too bad. This is the plum shade. So I feel like these mattes still have some punch. I'm going to give this away. Let me know if you want. Matte. You're going to die. You're going to die. Look at this. This is the Makeup Geek and Manny MUA eyeshadow palette. I remember I was trying to get this freaking palette when Manny was popular at the time and not a scandal. In the rain, and the site crashed because everyone and their mom was trying to get this freaking palette. It's nice, red, dark brown. You got this duochrome in here that I feel has some nice punch. You got the red type of matte. Here's your dark brown. That's fun. You have your really beautiful transition shades here still. You have like a rose gold situation going on. If you want to see what the transition shades look like, there we go. Then you have this shade here, which is really pretty. It has some nice creaminess to it. And your inner corner highlight. As much fun I would have with this palette, I feel at this point in my life, especially with all the brushes that I have, and I feel so much more confident in my blending and application skills. I don't know if I want to keep this because I have all these shades, and ever since Pat and Natasha entered my life, I feel like a lot of shadows are just okay, but I feel this has a lot of potential in terms of beautiful daily looks you can create, or you can go fun with the duochrome teal to brown, or teal to red rather, because this is more like teal to red. I don't know if you can see it, but this is actually quite a beautiful shift. So I gotta give it that. It's so old. Oh my god, this is so freaking old. Yeah, man. I know this is like it's actually part of like YouTube influencer makeup history, I feel like, because as I remember, this was one of the most sought after collabs at the time. But you know what? Away it goes. Goodbye. It's still in the freaking box. Can you believe this? I am the worst person of life. It's still in the freaking box. Now, I know I'm not charging for makeup. I'm just asking for the shipping to be covered. I don't feel comfortable charging you guys because I feel like I just like to share, right? So if you feel better about giving me anything, that's on you, but I am not expecting anything in exchange for this, even for newish type items. So don't feel bad about getting this stuff for free. You know what I mean? This is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at these. I haven't even touched them. Barely. I'm just going to keep this super brand new. If anyone wants it, let me know. I'm going to put her back in the box. Going back in the box. Lime Crime. Lime Crime was like a scandalous brand, isn't it still? I got this before all the hoopla, or maybe I didn't, but the shade that I like over was mustard, because I feel this is like a true mustard shade. Like, that is so pretty. Isn't that such a gorgeous mustard? And then Pigeon is like another duochrome deal, but look at that duochrome. I felt like, compared to Manny's, that this is more like a purple shift to it. Marsh is like a deep olive green situation. So you can have a lot of fun with this. Use mustard as your transition and just apply Fly. Fly is like a duochrome green to gold type of thing going on. So I think this is a lot tougher to use because the shades are so bold on their own, and to combine them in a way that looks cohesive, I feel takes a little bit of strategy. But Laura Mercier, look at this palette. A win buy. I was convinced by the associate to get this. It's like, I got this at Blue Mercury. I got this at Blue Mercury, and I feel the women there are like, oh my god, it's the most beautiful palette. It's just like, it's okay. It's like, it's okay. But, you know, it's a little cooler in tone. I feel this was a limited edition. It was like for the holidays. It has a beautiful, like, faux leather, magnetized lid. I mean, gorgeous. You got your black and your deep plum, and you have your metallic shades here. But you know, as beautiful as it is, I rarely used it because I feel like I used it once and I was like, I don't think this is like my color story, in terms of, this is not me. Like, it doesn't really mesh well with my personality, but if you want it, let me know. The Hidden Treasures palette from Dose of Colors. I don't know, forgot who was talking about this, but they were saying how this was such a waste of space. I think they were trying to recreate like the whole like coins being thrown in like a random arrangement type of thing, but this just makes me, it just makes me angry. You know what I mean? Like, why couldn't you have just put them down in a way, maybe hello, can you see me, maybe in circles, you know what I mean, so we could at least have gotten more product. And it just, oh my god, like, what is this big space doing here? Like, that could have been another eyeshadow and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give this away. The colors are beautiful, but the arrangement just makes me sick. Another Makeup Geek collab. When Makeup Geek was like popular, now who knows what happened to them. This is the Kathleen Light and Makeup Geek highlighter palette bars. So I don't know how much punch these have, but you know, they have a little bit of shine still, and it's a nice palette to have, so I'm gonna give that away. I waited with bated breath to order this stupid eyeshadow palette when it was back in stock. And now I'm just like, why? Why did I lust over this palette as much as I did? I mean, I think it was really great that they filled it up all without those two huge like base shades they did in their other chocolate palettes. But, you know, I'm getting rid of it because I rarely used it and I thought it was okay. We have Norvina. Norvina was fun. I felt like it could have been better, especially Soul. Soul, I felt if it had a little more richness to it, it could have been something really fun. I'm actually going to give this away because, you know what? I try to make it work. I bought it during one of the VIB sales, the insider sales, but you know what? Goodbye. Prism. You know, I have to say, Prism was one of my most favorite color stories because I just think it was fun to have this neon lime thing going on and then like all these other random colors. You can do a lot with this palette. I felt like because you got Lure, you could match up Lure with Eden and then Sphinx on the lid, or you can just do Throne all over and buff it out with Sphere. You could use Eternal on the lid and buff it out with Saturn. And Dimension is so pretty. Look at that shine. So pretty. That Sphinx, you got a little hard pan on me, buddy. That's that color. But I am going to give this away because, again, if I don't use it, why do I have it? Are you ready for Modern Renaissance? The classic Modern Renaissance. Oh, a hit pan on something. This is a beautiful palette, but it's very much red, berry, orange types of tones. I don't think as neutral as people thought it to be, if they thought so. I feel these transition shades gave it a neutral warm feel, but with Red Ochre, Venetian Red, and Love Letter, it's hard for this palette, I feel, to be categorized as exclusively neutral warm when it has those shades. But you know what? She going. Goodbye. Look at this master palette by Mario. Another collab with Anastasia Beverly Hills. This was great because I felt you have your transition shades, but then you had other standout lid colors if you wanted to keep it warm with Kim, Muse, and Fifth Avenue, or if you wanted to delve into the other fun shades. You know what this reminds me of? What does this remind me of? It's giving me other palette vibes, and I can't put my finger on it. Oh, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Charlotte's Icon. Oh my god. Because look, you got your green blues, and you got the green blue in the Mario palette. You have like your transition shades. I mean, Charlotte's mattes are not really super matte. I feel these are more exclusively matte, and Charlotte's are more satin matte. But this shade, I feel, matches up with this shade. And then you have, well, you actually don't have a black in the Mario palette. You have a black in Charlotte's palette. That is so funny. That is so freaking funny. Well, you know, I guess I could give this away because I know it's like collectors and blah, blah, blah. It was limited edition, but you know what? I gotta move on. That's all I have to say. Soft Glam. Hey, Soft Glam. I think Soft Glam was one of the most user-friendly palettes Anastasia released because I consider this to be a greatest hits palettes from her, since these are a lot of existing shades singles, and I actually prefer her single formula over her palette one. I don't know if it's that different or what have you, but I really truly feel her single formula is a lot better than her palette formula. I feel just because they're pressed differently and therefore has a different performance. But a lot of these shades exist already, and to have them all on one palette I feel is very useful. Like Burnt Orange is a very popular transition shade from ABH, as well as Sienna and Mulberry is a nice intensity shade. Cypress Umber was in Modern Renaissance, a really popular deep neutral brown. Noir, you got your deep matte black, can't go wrong with. Sultry and all these other metallic shades that go on the lid. If you want to steer it away from the browns, you still have Dusty Rose that you could use Mulberry with to make it more exclusively plum. And of course, Rose Pink or Sultry on the lid with Dusty Rose I think will look quite beautiful. So I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I could keep it, but for what? Because again, I feel like I have all these shades somewhere in my collection, and you know what? I think someone else will enjoy this if they've never used ABH before, so let me know if you want Soft Glam. Alright friends, that is it for Eyeshadow Declutter Part 1, because we might have a Part 2 or even 3. Let me know with email what you're thinking about grabbing. It'll be more appreciative to help with shipping, especially with these eyeshadow palettes. I'm gonna have to buy packing materials, so just to make sure they arrive safely to your doorstep. And until then, friends, that's a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until then, I'll see you on here again with another tutorial. Get ready with me, chit chat or declutter. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.